Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi D. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. If you currently are not getting my notifications, please turn the bell setting to none and turn back on to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I was naked on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple the flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
Welcome in, everybody. Today we will be covering the Michael Vaughan case. We'll be doing a little bit of case study here at the beginning. And good morning, Brandi, Neil. What an exciting day for you. You've been working hard these last couple days. So proud of you. And just keep pushing forward. I know you got a full line of interviews and stuff set up this whole next week coming up and this week. So this last week. So just keep going. Welcome in, everybody. I was doing a lot of stuff was going on this morning. Kelly Thunder, thank you for coming in. True Crime with Sunshine. If you guys haven't aren't subbed to True Crime with Sunshine, please do. I was over at Sluggish Sleuth last night. Very good show. Kelly Thunder was there. True Crime with Sunshine was there. Miss Tracy was there last night. And definitely a good group of people over there, and they cover some good stuff. Hello, Sully. Sully, I did get, if you're still here listening, I did get all your messages. I wasn't ignoring you. It's okay, though, Sully. Good morning, Bling. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Frosty. What else we got here? True Crime with Shannon. Hello. Tracy, Lori Davis, welcome in. Who else do I got here? Real Talk with Amanda and Chris. If you guys aren't subbed up over there, that's a good channel. Real talk with Amanda and Chris. I here locally, I caught. I know I'm way behind in comments, but here locally, I caught somebody that left their kid in their car for like this is the third time they got caught. I'll have to find the article and send it to you. Good morning, Purple. Who else we got here? Nightbot. Crystal Langford, good morning. It's okay, Sully. All right, we are going to play the video. I sent Purple here real quick. Hold on here 1 second. I'm going to go into, there's an Amber Alert for a missing 11-year-old that was kidnapped. Imani. Maybe it's Imani Stevens. Hold on here 1 second. I'm going to play my friend's video here. And if you're not subbed to my friend here, most definitely should get subbed up to my friend. They do a lot of good work. They did this one this morning, and we're going to show this one to start with here. Just give me 1 second to share my screen here, get everything set up correctly. All right, got the share screen on. This is only facts, and this is their new channel, and we need to get their sub count up. Doing good for the good. So we're gonna play this one first here, and then I'm gonna go into monkeys stuff. It needs to be. This one needs to be put out there, everybody. I put it on my community tab, and definitely get this face out there. So here we go.
Good morning, Fact Family. This is your Fact Mom coming again with an Amber Alert out of Missouri City, Texas. The Missouri City Police said that 11-year-old Imani Stevens was last seen at 1:45 this morning off Dry Creek Drive near the Fort Bend Parkway in Missouri City, which is about 22 miles southwest of Houston. According to authorities, she was abducted by Daniel Diaz. He is 28 years old. He is driving a gray new model pickup truck. Imani is described as a black female. She is 5 feet 2 inches tall, and she weighs roughly 111 pounds. She has brown eyes and black hair. She was last seen wearing glasses, a black and gray shirt with black striped red letters, multicolored sweatpants, and Crocs. She also has scars on both wrists. Daniel Diaz is described as a Hispanic male. He is 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing roughly 254 pounds. He has brown eyes and brown hair. Law enforcement believe that Imani could be in grave and immediate danger. Anyone with information regarding the abduction is asked to contact the Missouri City Police Department at 281-403-8700 or dial 911.
All right, that is Only Facts TV. I'm going to drop the link here 1 second. My friend only has 21 subs. Let's get her up to 50 today. See if we can get her up to 500 in the next couple weeks here, or hopefully this next week, so that we can get a community tab so we can get these missing people out there. I don't know if my mods dropped the link. I'm sure that Bling dropped it. I dropped it again there. That's the link as well. I do want to go into, I'm just going to go over this. I don't know. I do know that the news covered this last night. Give me 1 second here. I'll pull up the news article here, and then we'll get into monkey stuff here in a second. Hold on here 1 second. I just want to find the article here. Okay, here's the article. Pull up my hold on here 1 second. I want to pull up my thumbnail so it looks a little bit better. The one that I did yesterday here real quick. Have you seen us podcast? Hello, good morning. Good morning. All right, let me share my screen here, and then we've been helping this family for the you can share anything of mine or the vids. Christine did, she said I'll share them out. Yes, I am gonna go over the same videos, and thank you very much, Sunshine, for everything that you do. Hello, Lori. Good morning. All right, so I've been working on this the last couple of days. We made some progress. I don't know any new information, and if his mother is here, I hope that the police is talking to you today, and hopefully they can get that search warrant sent to go over to Taylor Roberts here. This is a missing case of Austin Arthur Lauer. He is autistic. He is 12 years old, went missing on July 17th. He got into a vehicle with these two. This is the third time that these two have taken him. They were former neighbors. The mother had to move in order to get away from them and to keep her son safe, and they have taken him again. He is in Sandusky. He has been seen. No picture has been taken of him, so the police can't just go bombarding in. We did reach out to some news media outlets yesterday, and that's what I am going to show here. This is Cleveland News 5. They did do an article here on a 12-year-old boy from Lorain. The Lorain Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding a 12-year-old boy who went missing over the weekend, according to a statement from the department. Austin Lauer was reported missing on July 17th around 6 p.m. When he left a friend's house and is believed to have gotten in a white vehicle around West 17th and Washington Avenue in Lorain. Police said Austin is autistic and does not have his medication with him. He may be in Sandusky with adults he has previous connections with, the statement said. He is 5'7", weighs 145 pounds. He was last seen wearing khaki pants and a striped collared shirt. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact the Lorain Police Department at 440-204-2100 or the Lorain Police Detective Bureau at 440-204-2105. That's the 2105 number is the one I called yesterday. Hopefully they can get the warrant issued today and get it out there and go pick them up. I do know that one of the departments was in Sandusky was dealing with some health issues in the department and did not have anybody there that day. All right, now we will get one more thing here. So these are the two that he's with in Sandusky. And hopefully the police department will do something and we'll have a good outcome today. Let's go into today's thumbnail here real quick. Downloads. So long story short, me and Lana were talking yesterday. I was trying to get a hidden true crime channel up onto discussion today. Everything was all set up, and then there was a doctor's appointment that she forgot about for her son. So another day, or maybe hopefully later today, she's will be around and can jump on quick, and we can get to know her. I really like to work with her as she's been an investigative journalist, and definitely can get some more qualified experience underneath of us to help us in our mission of trying to bring these missing people home. And here's my thumbnail from today with the police department in the background. They've been very good at helping find Monkey, very supportive of it. I made this as of today's stuff, and hopefully we get the news that we want today. And I'm going to go take this off the screen 1 second here. Hold on. I got to open up my Twitter quick.
I like looking at the moon. Oh, you're getting a picture of the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're getting a video of the moon?
Video. All right. Time for bed now.
But I still want to look at some stars. How about if we do a line of a pattern with the stars, and maybe we can shape something? What is that called?
Astrology.
Astrology, right. So let's do astrology.
You are silly. Silly.
When the cameras are off, we will shut our phones off, and you guys are at home. How does it affect you guys?
It hurts. You know what? I have 2 teenagers, and about a week ago, my oldest had a friend over, and they were on YouTube. They're 15, and someone sitting there lying and bashing our family. And I've never heard my daughter cry so hard.
Oh my God.
She was on her hands and knees screaming for her brother and screaming because people are cruel, and they hear things at school that parents say, because everybody has their opinion, and that's fine. But we're human. We're people. We have a family. We miss our son. I will never not be able to hear those sobs and cries for the rest of my life. I will hear them in my head for the rest of my life. Just the same as the night when Michael went missing, and it was 4 a.m. and I told her that she really needed to get some sleep. And she just cried and cried and cried. They need to realize that.
And she's precious. You remember you had her on here, and she's so sweet, and she just loves her mommy.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay positive, and we're gonna protect our children. We're gonna find better ways. We're gonna change things, because this is
Absolutely.
That's what we're gonna do. And I think there are a lot of people that have good hearts and good intentions to do those things. So we'll just be louder than the negative noise. And that's
Absolutely.
what
Absolutely. Well, you know, you've always got a voice here for Monkey. We're always going to be his voice over here.
blue and red are his favorite colors, mostly blue. He loves monster trucks. Gravedigger is his favorite monster truck. He loves Spider-Man, Batman. He loves race cars. He loves cars. He loves trucks. Anything that goes. He loves pepperoni pizza, macaroni and cheese, and it has to be the Velveeta kind. It can't be the Kraft macaroni and cheese. He's kind of picky about that one. He loves Otter Pops, the Otter Pop popsicles. He could eat a whole box if I let him. And zebra cakes, the little Debbie Hostess zebra cakes. They come 2 in a pack. Oh, and ding dongs. Loves ding dongs.
Oh yeah.
Strawberry jelly, no seeds, peanut butter. Sometimes he just eats like straight bread. Just I'm like, do you want toast or? He loves being outside. He loves going camping. We like to go podcast and go rock hounding. We did get to do one camping trip in the end of May. He got to play soccer with Dad, and we found lots of cool rocks. I've been waiting for it to warm up to finish tumbling them. I get them all polished up. He loves panning for gold. He's a fish in water. He is a swimmer. He does know how to swim, yes.
Oh, that's great.
So
Like you. I think he looks just like you.
He does.
he has the bluest eyes. You know what's funny is when he was born, he had black hair.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And
He had black hair, and it fell out, and it turned towhead blonde.
oh my god.
Buggy's got the strawberry blonde. Monkey had strawberry blonde probably when he was about 2, I want to say. But he's always been super, super blonde. So.
That's what I thought. We met your daughter, your oldest daughter. She's the sweetest. Oh, she's so sweet.
It's really hard for my oldest son because Monkey and him look very similar. They do look very similar. I mean, you can tell, like, as my oldest son's gotten older, he looks like his dad for sure. But when they were younger, because Tyler and I have been together almost 8 years now. Jesus. Yeah, a while. So we've been a blended family for a long time.
Like, if you want to say something to somebody that may possibly have Monkey about bringing him home, I know you've said it before, but if they're out there maybe listening,
please let him come home. He didn't get to start kindergarten. He should have, he didn't get to be with his family for Christmas. He hasn't, he was so excited for Buggy's birthday. He could not wait for her to turn 2. Please just let him go. Let him come home. It's not fair. It's not fair that you thought you had the right to take our baby and rip our family apart. He needs us and we need him. So please, if you are listening, please let baby come home. I'll forgive you. I will find it in my heart as long as he's home. I will forgive you. Just let him come home.
I do not want to get hit by any of those. Did you catch that video of me?
I did.
Short one minute.
Yeah,
Don't touch nothing else with that hand. You can only touch with this hand. Okay?
Okay. Can I touch one?
Touch the pan. Can you feel how hot that is? Stay back in the stove.
It doesn't feel hot.
Yeah. But it'll get hot. Get out. Wait, stay back.
Real homemade cookies. We made real homemade.
We made real homemade cookies.
Can you touch that?
Don't touch with the other hand.
Aww. If I could grab one.
No, you gotta let him rest.
Aww, I gotta let the cookies rest.
Yeah, 'cause it's hot.
Mm.
Yeah, 2 gloves. We ta-da-da. Look, I made rookies.
Trying to do everything I can to make sure. My goal is I want everybody in the world to see his face. I want everybody to know about him.
He hasn't been found in the water. He hasn't been found in any fields. He hasn't been found by helicopter.
You can support Michael. If you find a blue light, put it up, please.
A
His
blue light.
favorite color.
Front porch light. I can't imagine what you're going through, so. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm professional.
It's not unprofessional to have a license, ma'am. I promise you.
When you're a reporter, you're taught to just stuff that down. You don't do that.
I didn't do that for a long time. Look where I am now.
Thank you. What a sweet girl. So when you woke up the next day,
I didn't.
and you didn't wake up.
I didn't
The
sleep.
next- You didn't sleep. When the next day came,
Yeah.
and you still didn't have your Michael, what were you feeling?
Despair, sadness. My heart was broken. It's still broken. Fear. Pure fear. I actually, Tyler had to pick me up. I collapsed when the helicopter flew over. Because it was a nightmare. Like, this can't. I couldn't believe this is happening. I still, it's a never-ending nightmare. Yeah. Don't know how to answer. Because I don't know how I'm doing. I'm sad. I'm scared. I'm miserable. I'm lots of counseling. Getting through each day.
Yeah.
Families of missing children are living through hell on earth, not knowing where their baby is. And honestly, you have no idea what you would do or what you would say or how you would act. There's been so much of the, well, I would do this, I would do that. I pray that not one of those people ever has to feel a single ounce of what we are going through on a daily basis. So and I pray that nobody ever has to. You've lived that situation or you've walked a second in that situation. Don't tell a mother or a father that you know what you would do, because you don't know what you would do. So just be kind and be thankful that, pray that you never have to feel an ounce of this heartache or this heartbreak ever. There are some very, very, very dedicated officers, FBI agents, they live, eat, breathe, sleep, trying to find Michael, trying to find answers. So I have this faith in them to share his story, share his picture. Everyone who just continues to be supportive. Thank everyone.
For you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. How are you doing? Are you okay?
No.
And that's okay to not be okay. That was a good answer to be able to share.
Yeah.
Is there something we can do for you?
Don't let anyone lose sight of my brother, please. That's my baby too.
We'll do our best.
Thank you.
We'll keep Michael out there. Okay? Right.
He has been since day one, constantly climbing, just going all the time, nonstop. And even when he was born, is was trying to roll over at 4 days. So it's like, oh my gosh, he's just a little monkey, and it is stuck with him the entire time. I'm here to talk about Michael. I want people to hear about him and hear about his story. I want him home.
He's missing. He's gone.
Yeah. He went
How long
missing.
has it been now?
171 days.
July 27th was the date?
Yep.
2021?
Correct.
You're in Fruitland, Idaho.
Yes.
Your little 5-year-old boy has been missing, as you said, for a very long time, since July 27th.
Let the blue light signal shine a light for Monkey. Show him the way back to family. When his nightmare started, he was innocent and free. Now he's somewhere where he shouldn't be. Show him the way back to family.
We miss you so much. And we love you. And we won't stop fighting until you're home. You'll be home soon, buddy. Mama loves you, baby. Sissy loves you. Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
All right. Time for bed now.
But I still want to look at some stars. I like looking at the moon.
I just want to say, what a great video. I'm going to drop your link here. Give me 1 second. I am so proud of the person that did this, and I think they're in my chat. But I haven't subscribed. I just subscribed. This video is amazing. Very, very good work. Definitely something that's needed in a lot of these cases. And wow, I'm just blown away by that video. And there's the link. I just put it in there. I also pinned a link to the top of chat there that says, please don't bash the mother or you'll be thrown out. Don't bash any of the family or you're thrown out of here. Today's not the day. That's such a good video. I did put out links to people. When you guys are ready, no rush. When you're ready, you're more than welcome to come up here at any time. I just need to do one thing here real quick. Lana, I just sent it to you. So there you have it. And I got to do one more here. All right, what do we got here? Just subbed. Yes, please go over and sub to that person. And when you get a chance, please play the video on their channel. So, and hit the thumbs up, and please leave a comment so that that video gets out there everywhere. And I see it has a decent amount of views already. I want to help them continue to create videos like that. Those are videos that are needed by all. So just so you have it there, I'll drop the link here again. And yes, I had the time messed up on the when the press conference was going live. And we'll be playing it. It's just not going live now. I got the flyers last night. The wife and I will work on them this week. Perfect. True Crime Web Arctic put out almost every single one of them as a video as well. Just so you know, but the more we can get those flyers out there, it's just amazing. I ran across those in one little Facebook post. There was a lot of flyers, and I'm sorry I had to send them individually. And I know it probably bombarded your email, but I couldn't send them all as one. Miss Christine 555 is amazing. She does these for us to share. She will never strike anyone. She just wants to help. That's awesome. And we need to get her thumbs up. Let's give her a community tab. She just wants to help. So she's at 260 something. 260 something. True Crime Web. I'll throw the thing, the link back in chat here. Definitely go sub. It's somebody that just wants to help. Made an amazing video, and it's definitely well worth watching. Well worth getting them their subs up. Let's get them to at least 500. They're at 230. Whatever we can do to get them to 500 is the trick here. It's somebody that wants to help. They'll post flyers. They'll do the right thing with their channel, and that's definitely needed. So there, I dropped the link again. All right. Hold on here 1 second. Go back to this. So I went over, or I need to take this down so that I can talk to people. There we go. Last night I was reviewing a lot of Michael's information and the different news articles that were put out there. Let's not forget the tortilla lady. The tortilla lady is a beautiful human being, and I wanted to mention her today. She's been there doing fundraisers and helping do other things for the family, and she does it as a community-wide thing there in Fruitland, Idaho, and it's greatly appreciated. I did send out some links. Whatchamacallit? True Crime with Sunshine. I sent you the link to StreamYard. If you want to pass it on to Sluggish Sleuth, she's more than welcome to come up here at any time. Thank you, True Crime Web. And if True Crime Web ever wants to come up here, just let me know in chat and I can drop the link for you. Um, oh, I want to play another video. I play this video all the time. Hold on here 1 second. I'm going to take this down. All right. Hold on here 1 second. Thank you, Arctic.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, sir. What a day today's been.
Yes, indeed.
I sent all the flyers to all those videos you did yesterday, True Crime Web. I had to send them individually, so I sent like 16 individual emails. So
wow.
I couldn't get them. I tried to get them loaded, and it wouldn't work. So I just said I don't want to mess around where he's not getting them. So I made sure that I put them all individually and did it. She has done such an amazing job. Buggy was just talking. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect. No problem. You just let me know. You have my email now. That's me. And then Arctic was on that first original email of the one where I was taking it from. So sorry, I got a squeaky chair today. What you got going on there, Arctic? I know you had a rough day yesterday. I know.
Well, I did get a video done on that Amber Alert out of Missouri City, Texas, and I got one other video done that I'm dropping in all the groups right now, and that's all I've accomplished this morning. So,
yeah, I haven't. Have you heard any updates from Sandra?
not since the article that was up on News 5 yesterday. I haven't heard from her any this morning yet.
As would we, True Crime Web. We'll have to set something up and get it so that we can discuss some stuff. Yeah. Welcome in, Izzy Rose. And goodbye. Bling, can you? I don't know if my moderators are here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, thank you.
Hold up a second.
They took care of it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You saw Sluggish Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sunshine, no problem.
Hey, Amanda.
What do we got? About 30 more minutes?
Yeah, it appears to be, about 30, 35. Yeah, I'll just put it out here right now. If you come in here bashing Brandi or Tyler at all, you'll be blocked from the channel. That simple.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm posting this in a couple places here real quick. Thanks, Rusty. Oh, it's not opening in Messenger here. This is for Lana or any other creators that want to come up. New Hampshire PD had 2 officers. Oh, wow. All right, Lana. I'm adding you. There you go.
Hey, thank you.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Wasn't opening. Yeah, I would just take to like a blank window, so something wasn't connecting from Messenger. So thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes it does that. But that link, well, now you're on here. If you take the link that's up at the top of the screen that you're on, you can send that over to Lauren.
Oh, I forwarded from there, so I don't know how long she'll be in the doctors. You know how those things.
Yeah. I don't know if you've checked out. I didn't send you the link to True Web Crime yet, but I'll send that to you today.
Yeah,
So,
and give me the link to the channel for that amazing video that just had me in a puddle of tears. I had to go take a break for a second. That was beautiful work. Yeah, very emotional video.
Absolutely. I was in tears watching that.
Yeah, I mean, listening to Michael's voice gets me every time anyway. But, you know, some of those clips were just wonderful. Lauren's interview with Brandi was so emotional and authentic, you know, mom to mom when they did that interview and just having all those little videos. Yeah, same. I was just, yeah, emotional. So I want to follow that person, is my point. If you can link that at some
yeah, hold on here 1 second. Oh, somebody was trying to come up, but I didn't know who it was.
Who's this person, Mary Jones, in private chat?
I don't know. Don't just disregard it.
Well, somebody needs to block her.
Yeah. That's going to happen. That's why I didn't want to drop the link in the.
What a rude thing. Oh, Lord.
Can everyone see this message or just me?
Just this private people.
Just us.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know how this works. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see a private, that's why I didn't want to drop the link in the chat, because that's what happens. Because it's this stream is hitting people's algorithm.
Yeah.
So, but that's okay. Just we will.
Some people need to get a heart.
Mary Jones, I will pray for your soul.
Yes.
Crazy biatch.
Yeah, I totally agree. Need a heart.
Yeah. Your moral compass is so
no moral compass.
Well, that's okay. There's a special place in hell reserved for her, so.
Yeah.
Well, there's here. I'm just gonna put it out there now. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 9888. Mary Jones, you're blocked.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Can somebody block her?
I'll block her as soon as she comes back on here again.
By some fake name, Mary Jones.
Yeah, really. Hide behind a keyboard and be so tough, will ya? I hope to God nothing happens to your children ever.
Well, that's okay. I got the IP address, so I'll send it to law enforcement after this.
I think people don't realize that. They think that they're hidden, and they're not. Your IP address, everything, exactly where you're at, Mary Jones, if that's even your real name, on your little couch, your cigarettes and drinking your wine. The cops will be able to find you with your IP address for this. So
yeah.
And they are watching if you don't think that they aren't.
That's for sure. They are.
Backpedal a little bit and take that down.
Oh. I can't believe some people. I just can't. I
She
mean,
wasn't even there, Mary Jones. Like, you're so stupid. She wasn't even home. The mom was at work.
Sluggy Smooth, I added you.
Mary Jones.
Hey guys.
Like, you're so stupid.
Hi.
She wasn't even home.
What's up, Slug Bug?
Sluggy Smooth, I added you.
Let me know. I've been working.
Hey guys. You got an echo.
Oh, or something.
Slug Bug. Sluggy Smooth, I added you.
Let me know. I've been working.
You got an echo.
turn off your YouTube.
Yeah.
Let me know. I've been working all morning on my sound. So just if I get in a tunnel, tell me and I'll get down.
It's usually if you have your YouTube app open at the same time as StreamYard that it does that.
Well, I've been having such a sound issue, and I've tried everything, different headphones, and I think I finally got it. So I'm just hoping.
You sound good.
Oh, you sound a lot better tonight than you did last night on your live. I thought you were like going fishing with Jimmy Hoffa last night.
I wish I was fishing. I was so embarrassed. I was like, this has to happen every time. But I think I got it. I think I figured it out.
It sounds good now.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah, so
Sorry.
what's going on? What's going on in the crime world?
A lot of things.
I am so pissed off about that lady. I mean, I can't
No, I
believe.
am too. I'm so
You know, it's just that they don't even think. Do you even think at all before you start typing something? You rude person. May the Lord look upon you with other eyes, because right now I think you need to go to hell.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I got something going on tomorrow. I'm going out to a search. We have up here in Maine a missing man. He's been missing for about a month. He's autistic. He ran away on a walk. He was in a home, and we finally have a credible sighting. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning.
Oh,
that is awesome. If you get me the information on him, I'll get a video out on his disappearance as well.
Awesome. Okay.
Good live last night, by the way. I know I was in and out, but you did a good job.
I actually put up take 2. I had so much I wanted to share, and my StreamYard booted me out. So I had to switch laptops to my, tunnel laptop. So
And I haven't gotten a chance to check you out yet, but I will be.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm really new in the YouTube world. I've been on Twitter for a long time, but I finally decided to come over.
Well, welcome.
It's been an adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't easy to do that video. I'm still trying to collect my emotions from that video. I was in tears. It was a wonderful video.
Yeah, I'm gonna be digging into that 14-year-old today to see what I can find. I haven't heard. I dug a lot last night, but I haven't heard a lot at all. It's very quiet.
Well, that can be good, and sometimes, they don't always let us know.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, that 4-letter word, hope. Hang on to it, because it's worth it.
What do we got here, Brandi? You have many people that have love. There we go.
Yeah, I feel for her. I really do.
It's really hard to cover cases. You get so emotionally attached. Even you fall in love with these faces, and you don't even know them. But
yeah. Harmony, I can't let her go. I can't, and she's the reason that started this journey, really.
Yeah.
I lived in the town where she was from, and I just wish I could wrap her up and,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, monkeys was one of the first cases that I covered when I started my channel, and I don't know, I've always felt a bond to that little boy because he reminds me so much of myself when I was his age, because I was into the monster trucks and the cars and all of that.
Yeah.
And every time I see him talk and everything, it's just, I was really praying that he'd be home in time to celebrate his birthday, but I'm not giving up hope. And I've still got Monkey's flyers taped to the back windshield of my pickup. So everywhere I go, Monkey goes.
Yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet. I'm like you, like I'm from the area that Monkey lives. I grew up in the neighboring area, Fruitland. I mean, I have relatives that live right there, and so I was, pulled into the case geographically, and then came to know the family through volunteering, moderating the group, and then I have a little boy. I even sent pictures to Brandi and was like, see what I mean? Because when I first saw Monkey's face, it reminded me of my youngest son, because he was like that, just crystal blue eyes when he was little, and towhead blonde, and was into everything. So I was just really, gravitated to this volunteer.
Arctic, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
Sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, kind of like something.
He's got it's 120 degrees there. He's got his fan on.
Oh,
I turned my fan off, so that probably will be better.
Oh, no,
Arctic, the bad noise is my gig, not yours.
Well, I've got to I'm one of those that has to have a fan blowing on me at all times. So, and I didn't realize it was making noise in the background. So
I know it's 95 up here in Maine, and this has been the hottest summer I have ever been through.
That is crazy.
It has never been this hot here. It is so hot.
It's been over 100 degrees here all week. It was like 107 yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
I would give myself to God at that point. I do not do good in the heat at all.
I volunteers tribute.
Yeah, I feel you, stitching, bitching, and true crime, and I know because I know exactly where you're at, so I know it's hot there.
Who's the person that did that video, Levi?
Hold on here 1 second. Adding a couple people. You're now on stage. It's somebody from the Crazy Critters channel. It's a mod, Christine 555, I think.
Christine 555. Okay.
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's in your messenger.
Oh, okay. I had my phone silent. So.
Yeah, I sent it to you so you have it, but that's a beautiful video.
Yeah, I want to share it to the group.
Okay.
The Facebook group.
Hello.
Hello, Adrian.
How are you guys?
We are good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't have very long, but I wanted to come up and I wanted to tell you guys are doing amazing things over here. So I want to say how much I appreciate it for all of these missing people and children. It's awesome what you guys are doing.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you guys. But you guys are doing awesome things.
There's going to be a press conference at 11 Central, which would be 12 o'clock your time.
Right.
So,
I don't know. I've got about a million things going on, but I'm gonna make sure I'm sitting down watching that. So here in a few minutes, but yeah. So I just wanted to say you guys are doing awesome things, and I appreciate everything you're doing.
Well, it's great to finally meet you, Trauma Mama. I watch your channel all the time, but I've never actually gotten a chance to meet you in person. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's I'm always doing about 20 things at one time, so
It's
I have
always
a
a
little
good
bit of
day when I'm not
program.
featured on there. So.
Huh?
I said it's always a good day when I'm not featured on your channel.
I'm just well, right now it's mostly just one person that I'm about fed up with, but other than that, it's all pretty good. So, but no, I just hopefully summer can be found and I'm emotionally attached and invested, and so and every day Levi's like, when are you gonna move on? And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, I just want to be her mama. So it's terrible, but I just wanted to thank you guys and say you're doing awesome things. So I gotta go. I'm getting a call. Insurance is
All right.
calling, so I'll talk to you guys
Bye.
later. Thanks.
All right.
She's always been a fan of doing good things. It's I wish she wasn't wrapped up into the Summers case like that, but it happens to people, and hopefully soon that one will be over. Hopefully Summer will come home.
Yeah, I really like the way that this community, that the real crime community, is coming together. We're really doing good things, I think.
Yeah, well, we're getting noticed by the bigger creators that are out there. They're noticing, and they've been watching, and I don't know what else to say about it, but that's a good feeling that we're making headway, I guess. This is the best way to say it. I think I dropped oh, and I didn't do it yet.
Yeah, Christine does some beautiful work. Her videos are so beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Does she have some on other cases?
I've seen a lot of Summer videos, but I think she makes them for whoever needs them, really. She's so sweet. She's really a sweetheart.
Yeah, she pretty much took all of the like pieces, like very good pieces, and overlaid with pictures and stuff, and hands down the best video I've seen in a while. And that the credits due there. So
She puts her heart into all her videos. You can tell it. I didn't come up because I was, tearing up.
Well, I want to get. We're gonna try hard. I'm gonna try hard to get her to 500 subs so we can get her community wall so she can share posters. I wish that the criteria would be less so that people can have a wall without even having to get so many subs, but we'll push hard to get her there. So,
yes.
Are you at 500 yet? Did you make
Not
it there?
even close. I just started my channel about pushing my content over about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I've shared your channel out on my community tab, and I've also been trying to share as many of your videos on my Twitter as possible. So I'm trying to get you there.
Thank you. Well, I'm hoping now that my noise situation is cleared up, more people will come in and stay. That was the bunk of it. Since where I live, I've been having a really hard time, but I seem to be saying so I'm hoping that will do me over, you know?
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. What time is it? 10:45?
Oh, I just want to welcome Angel and Mystery Maven into the to the chat. They've been really great about supporting good creators, so I just wanted to welcome them in too.
Yeah, I see all my people over here. Thanks, guys. I'm glad. I'm really glad everyone's over here.
Mystery Maven put some amazing videos out on the LawTube side.
I put a message into the back chat for you guys, just so you're aware of what they'll try to do.
Okay.
But I deleted out the Hello Outlaw Trucker. I deleted out the link. It's not in chat anymore. So
Okay.
I'm gonna see. You think it's gonna be on their Facebook page, Lana, or on their actual page?
Levi, I sent you the link in Messenger.
Okay, I'll get it.
For where the official live stream is going to be, that you can pull up. It's already up and counting down. It's on KTV's site. Oh, great. Dog outside barking.
All right, I'll bring it up here in a second. I gotta step away just for 1 second.
Okay. Me too. I'm gonna go figure out what's going on with the dogs real quick and be right back.
Outlaw Trucker, welcome. Always great to see you.
I like the quiet up in here. I like it. It's a change of pace. I like the peace. And nice to meet you ladies on panel too. I've been trying to meet new people and see what everybody's about, and I'm gonna check y'all out.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. I don't actually have a channel, so unlike some of these other people.
I like how everybody does their work differently and it all comes together.
Yeah, Lana does amazing work, but she does it behind the scenes. But she's definitely an asset to this community.
Well, you are valued, Lana. The people that are behind the scenes are the people that do a lot and need to be recognized.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's like I said, it's definitely for myself where Michael in his case is concerned was something that happened organically, and the more the family was attacked on social platforms by highly unethical creators, the more involved I got, well, and also myself, because I was just a volunteer before until I also was dragged in, because I was just behind the scenes, like Arctic said, and had to come more to the forefront a little bit and make sure that we're not listening to that and we're staying focused on Michael, and listening to what law enforcement is telling the public. And up until today, of course, there's only been 4, I think, official releases, so there has not been much, and I do understand everyone's confusion and frustration around that. However, all of that other stuff just takes away from finding Michael. And so, I will step up in any way that I can in order to help this little boy and his family.
Right. That's kind of why I came over to the YouTube side of things too. I have a very big voice, and a lot of creators, I don't like how they, run their channel, and I decided I was going to come over and run one the way I wanted to, and spread as much as I can, and as much positivity and help and hope.
Good. Yeah, that's what I do. The more I'm meeting these creators like Arctic and Level Headed and novelist, true crime over in Ireland, and everyone just coming together with their micro communities, supporting each other. And I'm learning of more cases of missing people that I hadn't heard of before because of them. And I am grateful for everyone and all that you're doing.
All right, I'm back.
We didn't miss you. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna text some people probably in the room and see if I can get any inside. Oh man, my phone's blowing up. I really hope that something positive is said today.
I do too, because I want to be able to shut down some of these creators that have been spouting just bullshit.
Yes, and I want all of that noise to die down so the tip that is needed can rise to the surface, and the information that is needed to bring Michael home can be seen and heard, and he can be found.
Well, here's the thing, and I've said it on my channel before, and I'll say it here. These people don't realize that these kids are actual human beings, and they will one day come home, and one day they're going to type their name into YouTube and look at the coverage of their case. And we don't want Michael to type his name in and see his parents' names dragged through the mud the way that they have been, when all Brandi has done from day one is fight like hell to bring her son home.
Yes, both of them. I agree. And those people should just be doing the right thing and taking those videos down. But we all know that won't happen.
Well, and in all honesty, YouTube itself is part of the problem, because if they would regulate these channels by their terms and conditions the way they're supposed to, a lot of these creators would be shut the hell down. But unfortunately, these creators are bringing in lots of money for YouTube, and so they just let them go on with their merry business.
It's going to be until I agree wholeheartedly, until more people, more families of missing, more victims of crime all step forward and actually sue YouTube. I mean, I tell everyone, report the videos, report the content that you see, because that is the paper trail that starts the process. That's where they can be held accountable, because if they see the report and see your comment and leave it up there, the next step can be suing YouTube. And that's what the parents of Shanann Watts are now doing in Colorado, because the creator that is making a living off of his theory, they were involved. So, Oh, did they put it up on camera now?
Yeah, I just
Good.
got the notification from the app too, from the KTVB app. So hopefully you guys can all hear that are here.
We're streaming now, so everything's okay. Thank you.
I can try. Yeah.
Hey, Lana.
You want that reset?
Yes.
The good news is I just went and scoured the internet for people playing this. There's a lot of them, so that's a good thing.
Yay. Yay.
Okay.
Like you think.
Okay. Get some good news.
Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit better. Possibly, I don't know.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Like just. You guys still good then? Okay. Good.
Does anybody know who this guy is?
To me, he's just doing mic checks and camera angle views.
Oh,
Might be just like a media manager for one of the news stations. Or maybe for another agency as a media relations person.
Well, I guess he talks. Well, the FBI's communications director for this area is a woman. Her name's Sandra. I don't think he's Fruitland unless he's like a detective or something. But yeah, I guess. Oh. Oh, my stomach is not.
Yeah.
Hey, Lana.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, the thing I just sent you was from a big, huge creator, which thank you for helping all this stuff because it's going to get his picture back out there everywhere. So just so you know, okay?
Oh, yeah. These things usually don't take very long. They've been pretty short in the past.
Yeah, and I think the biggest part is getting everything set up, and then once everything's set up and ready to go, they'll be in and out. And
Yeah, law enforcement, as I mentioned on Purples, they've always kind of told the family, like, here's where you stand and here's who gets to come up and, all of that. So we don't really know.
You guys get everything?
What they're going to do.
Yeah. Check. We're good.
he might be one of the producers for one of the news stations, maybe. I don't know.
Mic check. Okay, will do.
He could be. I mean, if he talks, I think someone said in chat, he'll probably.
Couple seconds out here. I'll go get the participants for this.
I have a little bit of an echo. Probably just.
Well, I'll mute out when it starts playing, and I'll take the echo away.
Knowing his camp, when he was talking, I think there was an echo for him from multiple mics. Let's see here, who's coming over? Oh, I'm gonna mute me. All right, so that's FBI there in the back. Part. So it looks like they have ISP, FBI, card team, and Fruitland police all right here. Oh, and that's Payette County Sheriff right there. So there's Buggy.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to start out by thanking you guys for showing up. I apologize for the short notice on this and moving this up in our schedule, but we identified some travel conflicts and some other commitments that weren't going to allow some of our partners to be here today. So they wanted to be here today. It was important for everybody to make it on this anniversary of Michael's disappearance. And so I appreciate you for indulging us and moving this up in your schedules as well. So I quickly want to recognize the Fruitland Police Department, the men and women of our department, as our staff continues to work tirelessly to keep this department moving forward as we continue to investigate Michael's case. So their loyalty and courage and tenacity is clearly unmatched. And it's a privilege to lead and work with these people every day. I just wanted to introduce some of my partners. As I've done in the past, our partnerships haven't changed. I'd like to introduce Supervisory Agent in Charge Doug Hart with the FBI, Captain Matt Sly with the Idaho City Police, Chief Gary Marshall with the Payette City Police Department, Sheriff Andy Creech with the Payette County Sheriff's Office, and Mark Sullivan with the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue. We also have with us today the family of Michael Vaughn. We've got Brandi Neal, Tyler Vaughn, and Bob Vaughn, and Bug. So it's nice to have them here with us today. So since the evening of July 27th, 2021, the Fruitland Police Department, the Idaho State Police, the FBI, law enforcement agencies, and law enforcement agencies across the country have investigated the disappearance of 5-year-old Michael Vaughn. We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughn for us. Law enforcement, the families of law enforcement, and our community. Our investigation remains intense and strong. So I want to take a moment to just kind of cover some significant aspects of the case to provide some context for those who aren't completely familiar with our case, or those might be jumping in a little bit later. A lot of it I've covered in prior press conferences, but I wanted to cover it again today. So Michael Joseph Vaughn was last seen at his residence on Southwest 9th Street, approximately 6:30 p.m., Tuesday, July 27, 21. Law enforcement received the first call by 911 at 7:21 p.m., and we began an immediate search of the area. And I should note that law enforcement across the country receives these type of calls every year. Numerous calls like this, we call them wander-offs, and they conclude, but after finding the child safely with friends or family, and clearly it's typically a breakdown in communication. So you need to know the first missing and endangered alert went out at 8:20 with different alerts to email, phone calls, text messages being issued to area residents until 11:20 that night. Michael's image and information went out to law enforcement nationwide on a database called the National Crime Information Center, or NCIC. And Michael's also been entered into the State of Idaho Missing Person Clearinghouse and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The Fruitland Police, Payette Police, and Payette County deputies and citizens searched through the night until support arrived the following morning. The ensuing response was immense. We had over 100 law enforcement officers from federal, state, and local agencies, including FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, along with trained search teams, converge on our small city of Fruitland. Our physical search efforts were conducted by experts from the Idaho Fish and Game, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, both Fruitland and Sand Hollow Fire Departments, multiple law enforcement agencies, and coordinated citizen searchers. The search included over 200 residential homes, properties including outbuildings, a septic tank, garbage cans, vehicles, irrigation ditches, and drain canals. Trained search teams and law enforcement, along with specialized canine teams from across the country, searched over 3,000 acres of farmland, along with areas surrounding the city and out into the county. Sophisticated drones, boats with sonar, boats with canines, kayaks, paragliders. I would say that if we could have dammed the Snake River, we would have. With the help of residences and businesses, we were able to retrieve hours and hours of security camera video, and we continue to reference that video while working on our leads. So let's talk about since the disappearance of Michael. When I tell you our investigation has been intense and daily, I can assure you that it has been. Since the disappearance, detectives and investigators across the country have logged tens of thousands of man hours to bring this case to conclusion. We've gathered an immense amount of data and continue to work through it with experts from several agencies. We've applied for and served over 27 search warrants, but that may seem low, but I'm telling you that we've also performed, probably triple that in mutual consent type searches. So the search warrant and consent searches we've performed have yielded high volumes of data, and search warrants are still being written today. The data requires expertise from law enforcement partners, and this takes a lot of time to decipher. We continue to use all of our investigative resources, to include that of the Idaho State Police and our friends at the FBI. Further, the Idaho State Police and the FBI have assigned investigators to work specifically with the City of Fruitland Police Department on this case, and our partnership is healthy and strong. We continue to call upon the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue teams with their specialized canine units, and we've received some recent leads that have put us out in the area again, searching more acreage. And I can't thank enough for what they've done for us. On a moment's notice, they're jumping and running for us. Although unsuccessful with these searches, we can't stop, and we appreciate the continued support from all of our members. And I would tell you that the number of acres searched will continue to grow. So in our efforts to develop a detailed timeline of events leading up to Michael's appearance, we processed over 1,000 leads. So we've cleared many of these leads, but not all have been cleared because some require assistance from out of state, more investigators, and probably more importantly, just time to work these things through to make sure we can bring each lead to a conclusion. This process is exhaustive and it takes a lot of time, and we believe someone out there will ultimately provide us with some information that'll help us solve this case. It's important to note that as we continue to refine our timeline, we now believe that Michael disappeared in a smaller window of time, and that's probably between the time of 6:40 p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. on the 27th. Earlier in the investigation, we needed assistance in identifying 2 vehicles and 2 pedestrians that were seen in the area around the time of Michael's disappearance. So you guys need to know that we positively identified the blue Dodge Avenger we were looking for, and the man that we saw jogging in that area. Those have both been identified, vetted, and investigated, and to an end. So the white Honda Pilot, 2016 to 18 Honda Pilot that we have leaving the area at approximately that time, again, we believe that it belongs to a resident, but we haven't quite been able to clear that and verify that. So that's kind of outstanding for us. The man seen walking through the area of the splash pad of Crestview Park leading up to the time of Michael's disappearance, he's not come forward and he has not been identified. So the man's described as a white male adult, late 20s, early 30s. He was seen wearing black shorts, a white t-shirt with cut-off sleeves, dark colored shoes, and a hat. So I need to make it perfectly clear that he is not a suspect, but we need to talk to him so we can determine his whereabouts and see if he witnessed anything that would be helpful in this investigation. So I plan on releasing a photograph of that individual in my Facebook official posting later today. So you'll all have that. You need to understand that this is a multifaceted investigation. So many leads are working. We're working many leads at the same time. So some leads are temporarily abandoned as priority leads come in, and that's happened to us on multiple occasions. Once abandoned and we clear the priority leads, then we pick those things right back up and we're working on them again until we can work them to conclusion, right? It takes an intense effort and a lot of work to document all of the leads as they're coming in. And at the conclusion of this investigation, I'm hopeful we'll find the answers. It's important that our case is organized and very strong. So I will tell you that this is a criminal investigation. So with that, you need to know that the majority of our investigative efforts just cannot be made public at this time. As members of the community, we agonize with the family, and we've dedicated our resources to bringing Michael home. So we believe the continued distribution of this story will generate more attention and tips that can be investigated by our department and our partners. So anyone having information regarding Michael's disappearance, I would ask you please reach out to us. No tidbit of information is too benign or too obscure. It just helps us process the overall picture. We appreciate the efforts of the community, members of the media partners who keep this case at the forefront by promoting and sharing the story. And we encourage all of you to continue sharing the official poster from the Idaho Missing Persons Clearinghouse. I'd like to introduce a new partnership today. It's called the Homeward Bound Program. The program was first started by Trooper Renee Paget with the Washington State Patrol in 2005. She was working with the WSP Commercial Vehicle Division. Trooper Paget worked with then the Gordon Trucking with a vision that posters of missing children being displayed on sides of semi-trailers traveling around the country could bring needed awareness and possibly recovery. With the help of Tanea Parmiter with the Idaho State Police, we've been able to partner with the Homeward Bound program, which will carry Michael's information across the country on semi-trailers. As designed by Trooper Paget, this will expand the exposure of Michael's case on the interstates, highways, and roads of our country, which will bring new leads and potentially help us bring Michael home. We're hoping to have semi-trailers outfitted with Michael's information near the end of August and goes on the road. I would ask anyone with any information to continue to send tips to findmichael.org. If you are out of state and you have information that you would help us bring Michael home, I'm encouraging you to contact your local law enforcement team. They will then get in touch with us and we can start working those leads as they come in. Please share what you have. You can also contact Crime Stoppers at 343. You can remain anonymous. The reward for the information leading to Michael's safe return has grown to $52,992. This fund has been maintained by the city of Fruitland. It's secure. This will remain in place until Michael comes home. I just ask that you continue to pray for Michael, for strength for his family, for steadfast resolve for working to bring him home. Thank you for standing firm with Michael's family and our continued law enforcement efforts. So with that, we'll stand for a few questions. Go ahead. You know, I would tell you that people like to deal in absolutes, and there's nothing about this case that is an absolute. So we will continue to investigate all aspects and all avenues in this case. And, you know, as I've said before, the family continues to be extremely cooperative and working with our investigation. And so, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where we're at.
You previously said back in November that it was strong likelihood that he was abducted. Is there anything you can say that you can share with us that led you to that conclusion?
Tristan, you know, due to the number of searches with trained teams and the acreages searched, that is the reason why, and without success, that is the reason why we, you know, there's a possibility or a higher probability of abduction. That's what led us to that. Again, you know, as we continue to work through this thing, there are still no absolutes. So when I say everything's on the table, it's still on the table. Okay. You know, we're looking at that, but I think, like I said, you know, these leads and what we're doing, it's happening at the same time. So yes, we're looking into friends and family close to the Vaughns, and we're looking outside as well. Yes, yes, it has. So, you know, there's a number of theories. And as a matter of fact, we develop many theories throughout the week as well. And so once we develop those theories, you know, plausible situations, then we vigorously get after that. And so I certainly don't want to discourage any information that's coming into the Fruitland Police Department, because the leads have been, you know, we're over 1,000 leads now, and we have to have that. I mean, I believe that, you know, in the midst of that, there's going to be that tidbit of information that breaks this case and helps us bring him home.
That being said, do you think that the last press conference we had with November, do you think that not being able to release as much information as the public would like, or as much information that this case warrants, that's led to people coming up with these theories?
Yeah, I think it could be. But you also need to understand that we have an obligation, and in order to keep our case organized and strong when this thing is concluded, it's important that we hold that information close, at least at this point, right? There'll be a time for that, for public disclosure, and right now it just isn't. So that's the reason for my hesitancy to put out updates, because we are in the daily work of this investigation, and it's daily. So while it's certainly not a distraction, you know, if I have significant information that needs to be asked, then I'll get it out there to you. But I just, you know, we're just working this thing on a daily basis. So.
Is there anything you can say about persons of interest in this case? How many persons of interest?
You know, I'm not going to really get into too deep on the persons of interest, but I will tell you there are multiple. Okay.
Are there any people that you interviewed or searched that have been non-cooperative?
Yeah, there have been. Without getting into too much detail, I would tell you properties, vehicles, electronic devices, you know, everything you think we would be serving search warrants on, more than likely we've served search warrants on it. So.
And then you mentioned there were multiple persons of interest on there.
No.
Can you tell us a little bit about your daily efforts on this case? What does the day-to-day look like in your investigation?
So our day-to-day efforts start with an intelligence briefing first thing in the morning. We go over aspects of the case and current leads that we're working to try to develop new strategies. We pull in our partners from the FBI and the Idaho State Police, and we start with a direction for that day, and every day starts the same. But I will tell you, it has been this way since the day Michael went missing, right? We do the same thing every day, and it's intense. And so we're able to clear a lot of leads that way. We're making a lot of progress, working through the data, and like we have been from the beginning, you know, that's kind of where I'll leave that.
In your investigation, have you been able to tie this possibly to other missing children or abductions that are similar?
You know, we haven't, although I know there are some similarities, such as the Summer Wells case, but we just haven't been able to tie that to that case. So. All right, well, if I don't have any more questions, I really, again, you guys, I appreciate you. You guys have been phenomenal. My local media outlets, I can't thank you enough. You know, Les, you're awesome, so I appreciate you. And, you know, we'll keep after it. My intent, just so you guys know, is once we get the word on our Homeward Bound program and when those trucks are going to be outfitted, that we'll set up another time that we can do an unveiling on our truck with Michael's information, maybe bring you guys out at that point again, just to, you know, view the truck, and, you know, we'll get something out to the public when it comes to that as well. So, but again, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you. So.
Sorry, we're all on mute over here. Hold on, let me get this off the screen.
Mine was frozen for a second. I also was just taking a big deep breath.
Yeah, with a deep breath.
I want to point out some things here. I was listening to another stream while I was streaming here, and I am so happy that they put the facts of the case out there again. And it means a lot to.
He's a really good speaker when he does speak. You know, he knows how to put a speech together, and I'm grateful for that as well, because some of those search efforts that he outlined, I was not aware of. So it was more in depth than I had even originally known, such as all of the search warrants that had already been and the volunteer searches that had been done. I wasn't aware that number had been. I mean, for as small as the community, I know, like you said, those numbers seem low, but I grew up there in this area, so that's a lot of homes, you know, to have searched. So, yeah.
I just wish they had mics when they were asking the questions.
I could
Yeah,
not
that,
hear the questions very well, and I was really leaning into my speaker. Some of them seemed to be closer. I don't know if anybody else caught the questions better.
I couldn't understand what any of them were asking, to be honest with you.
One of them was asking about persons of interest, if they could elaborate on that. One of them asked about clearing anyone or something. I couldn't hear the whole question. It was something clearing. So I don't know if they were asking more like, has anyone been cleared? Couldn't make it out. So I'm sure somebody who's technologically inclined will be able to go back and get it and maybe bring that audio up a little bit.
Yes, he did.
At
Single
least
mom.
pass one microphone around the reporters, I guess. Maybe they didn't think about that. I felt it was very important that JD Huff is going to be releasing the image of the individual that was seen on camera in the area that has yet to come forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah, it needs to get out there. We'll do a good job of sharing it, and I know that I sent you that link to that other guy. I'm sure he'll be sharing that out on his platforms too. So that's what I was listening to his stuff as well.
I see a few questions level about Summer's case and Michael's.
Similarities in the case did they say they might or are similarities by Michael and Summer's cases? Well, he didn't elaborate on it very well. Well, I meant yes. In that aspect, yes. I just know that there's a card team, and when you have two cases that are very similar to one another and both card teams are working it, that yes, they do cross paths with each other is a good way to put it. Is they'll
He said didn't he say that he really hasn't put like similarities to any other cases outside of maybe Summer, but he didn't elaborate at all.
No, but when you have when you have the card team and they're working both cases, then it intercommingles with each case. Does that make sense? Not saying that it's the same thing happened. It's saying that they have the resources that they're getting information back from one case and the other case, and they can see both cases. Does that make sense?
It did to me.
Yeah. So I was very pleased that they actually did this. He gave out a lot of information to sum up a lot of reading and a lot of stuff that I did last night. They put the facts out there now. So
maybe we can stop this speculation and just let the facts speak for themselves.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to put their energy into something, put your energy into getting this picture out that he's going to release.
Exactly.
That's where the energy needs to go
I
to.
think that's exactly what he was saying, is that he understands speculation and theory because that's what they do every day, right? And now they've got over 1,000 leads. That also was huge. Last time it was at 900. So that's, over 100 leads that have come in since the last release that they made or statement they made. So yeah, I think it is absolutely important that we have to look at this image and figure out who this individual was, find them, and they need to be interviewed about what they saw that day and what was going on.
No, I can assure you, as soon as that image is released, there will be a video coming out on my channel.
Yeah. Good. That's
maybe just like.
Oh, that's just giving me chills. I mean, yeah, I guess they're not. I understand how they have to clarify. This person's not a suspect. We just need to talk to them. That makes them, person of interest. Like, who are you? Why were you there that day?
Well, the
What's
thing is, though, in my mind, is they've wanted to talk to this person since day one, apparently. If this person has nothing to hide, if he's not involved in the case, why hasn't he come forward to this date?
Exactly.
correct? Absolutely. Yeah. If you're just in the area visiting a friend and you guys were walking around, you know, because their kids were playing at splash pad or whatever your reason was for being in that area, there's no reason that you should not have come forward immediately.
Totally agree.
They were saying from day one, even before they had a timeline or anything, which he also tightened that up a little bit today, which is huge. But even before then, they were saying if you're in the area that night, like, we need to talk to you.
You're right.
I
If you have
mean,
nothing to hide, you'd come forward for sure.
yeah, they even said in the news before, you know, if you were around that neighborhood that day, you know,
Mhm.
forward, like, did you see anything? So,
Well, that in the car. So
yeah,
I'd imagine that that Honda Pilot is something that's on their list to rule out all the Honda Pilots in a certain radius. So there's a
well,
lot that they're still going on.
yeah, they also clarified that he said again that they're fairly certain. I can't remember the word he used, but it was not concrete, you
a
know, but
local.
they're certain that they know who owns the vehicle or something. Is that what he said? But they're still
They believe it's one of the residents in the neighborhood, but they haven't been able to talk to that person at this time.
yeah, yeah. That's also sus to me. I mean,
Well,
they,
I hope this
yeah.
helped that person we were talking about earlier to quit speculating and listen to the facts and maybe get a grip on things. Leave the, speculation and pointing of fingers at the family alone.
Yeah, I didn't see them point the fingers to the family either. Did anybody see that? Because I mean,
Absolutely
Well,
not.
they have always and consistently said that the family has been nothing but cooperative with this investigation. So
exactly. So when he was outlining all of those investigative efforts and all of the digital assets that were reviewed and all of the phones and all of the everything that he was talking about, that included the family. So all of
Yes,
their
it
stuff
did.
come through like no other.
Right. Big message. Take it, concentrate on the facts they said about suspects and not
Exactly.
on the family pointing fingers and assuming, because this is a family that's already in pain. They're already trying, they are working very hard, and they have been from day one to get their
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to point out to all these creators that want to stir the shit pot and try to turn Michael's case into another Summer Wells case, that if for one moment you thought this family may be involved in Michael's disappearance, do you honestly think they would be up there hand in hand with law enforcement for this type of press conference with the FBI and everyone else involved? If you thought for a moment that they were a suspect in this case, would they be up there making a united front like this?
Well, have you ever seen the Wells family stand next to the police? Absolutely
No.
not. Have you ever seen the Wells family conduct themselves and making change and be there to help other people? And everything Brandi has done has been for the good. And she's always been transparent and been there at everything they need. So get all that crap out of your, forget the content. Let's talk about facts. Your clicks and views are harming. So stop it.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Absolutely. Hallelujah.
Hi, Sunshine.
So
Hi
cute.
guys, I'm at lunch. Sorry, my laptop died and I was tethered to my work computer, so I missed like the whole end of the press conference. So did he come out and like clear up all the rumors and smash all the mess?
Not
Not
as much as I
directly.
would have liked for him to.
A little bit. Yes and no. You know, yes and no. You know, he did. Yes.
Well, what I got out of it is the facts of the case
Yes.
and saying that the family, they didn't name the family. Okay. They didn't say, well, this person. They are specifically looking for the person that was seen walking the car, and they are every day hands on this case. So they're allowing us to know that this has not gone cold. They are following up every lead, and they put out the facts. And this is not
With a united front.
to get confused when he said Summer Wells. I don't want people to get confused thinking that Summer Wells case and this case are the same, because they're not. Brandi
No,
and Tyler have
not in any way, shape, or form.
Brandi and Tyler have completely been transparent, been helping others in the community along with searching for their son. They have been very cooperative. This is nothing like that. So don't get that twisted to try to make content, because it's bullshit. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing creators click on a poor kid. It's making me sick.
Well, I mean, let's just face facts. Neither Candace or Dawn has ever shed one single motherfucking tear for their daughter at all. And every time you see Brandi, she is in tears. She's devastated that Monkey's gone. His brothers and sisters are devastated that he's gone.
I've never seen anything like what this family does for Michael with the Wells. Not one thing. Not one.
Well,
Never.
And we will hear from them today as well. I know after all the media outlets got the email yesterday from Chief Huff about the conference today, they all were messaging saying, hey, can we talk to Brandi and Tyler afterward on camera? So I know they will be speaking to them. And then on top of that, before we even learned about this event happening, we had interviews booked for them with all the local platforms, and they both will be on News Nation with Marky Martin
good.
next week. That will air the evening of the 27th.
That's
but
fantastic.
both of them will be interviewed together with her this time. So
well, there you go, guys. Hang on to that, okay? Because
so we heard all this today, and then we will hear from them together. That's all booked, before this was even happening. So there's going to be, we planned a huge push for this reason, because we want to just, like you said, stomp out the mess and quiet that down. And they're going to just chatter and, do their thing. But we've got to be louder than that for Michael.
Well, misinformation, misinformation harms.
Out there with someone, they've validated that today. He's out there. And
I'm very excited about the truckers getting involved in the case.
I know. Yeah, that was not hard, but a lengthy, process to get all that done. It was something that Brandi was really excited about, and law enforcement's been excited about, and to see it all finally come together and do that is amazing for all the kids they help.
Absolutely. I mean, I do a lot of work with the Truckers Missing Children's Project Facebook page. A lot of the cases that I cover come directly from that group. So they do a lot of good for the missing children for this community.
In this country, but the truckers, man, because
exactly
that's where they're at. They're the ones that see it. I every once in a while you hear stories of, that truck driver who happened to see that young girl being put into another truck and they stepped up, and it just gives me the hairs in the back of your neck just stand up, because that's what you need to do. And who these truck drivers that are stepping up and saying, no, we're ethical and we're on the ground and we're here and we're going to watch out for your kids. And if we see your kids, we're going to help your kids, and we're going to bring them all home. And it is amazing. It's an amazing organization. And
that's my point right there. I mean, she's working hard to help not just her child, everybody else's. So
exactly,
it's you don't see that very often. She's strong. She's a very strong
and she's
mother.
Out to be talking to children, because these little kids are coming up to her and going, hey, what happened to your kid? And little kids that are, Monkey's age. Like, what? Somebody took your kid that's my age, that, that happened. And
well, I'll tell you this right now. I never would have known about Riker Webb, and I don't think Levi would have either had it not been for Brandi. She's the one that brought him being missing to our attention.
Yep.
Yep, same.
The little boy in Montana.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my hometown. Riker was I spent my summers up there. My grandparents lived in Libby, so my stepsister shared that, and yeah, he didn't get an alert, and that little boy was found 2.5 miles from his home.
Yeah. It don't take long, does it? They can travel. Everybody goes, well, I don't think a little kid would
Oh, no.
walk that. The little kids can walk really fast, really far. You know?
And they're resilient.
Yes, they are. They just keep on going, you know.
Because his PJs and whatever, he kind of holed himself up inside of a lawn bag or something he was curled up in. So, and smart, you know, so that little, and he had survival skills like that, you know. That's Montana.
Well, I'm really hoping that these naysayers and these finger pointers and the people with all this misinformation will take this to heart and use the facts to put in your content, because you are going to be something else when you find out what really goes on. You know, are you going to be able to take that back? No, you're not.
I've said that a million times. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to risk, like, I mean, back in the beginning when I first learned of the drama going on in Twitterland, and I was like, do people really want to risk that this little boy could be with a predator?
Yeah.
Like, are you really willing to risk that, you know? And
They
that was
don't think.
before they even started really using the word abduction in their releases, you know?
Right. They don't think past the click and view of that day. Okay. They have no idea what damage they're doing. And I personally, I worked with the wrongfully convicted before I came over here. So I know a lot about the court cases and how things work. And they just don't get it, that their clicks and their views and their super chats and their money and all this means so much more to them than a child's life. Think about that. Really, go put yourself in front of a mirror and say to yourself, I don't care if this kid gets hurt. I'm going to do what I want to do. See how you feel tomorrow.
Exactly.
For clicks and views, it's sad. That's why it was so important. And I know the video is tear-jerking, guys, the one that Miss Christine did, but it was really important to get that out there so people can see what they're doing to Brandi, what they're doing to Tyler, what they're doing to the kids. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Exactly. And Truth Seeker, I agree with you 100%. They should not have waited a year to put a photo of that man out. They should have done that a long time ago.
But they don't always do.
I don't understand. You know, I'm not law enforcement. I'm not FBI. I say this all the time. The best of the best are on Michael's case with the backgrounds to support it, and they know more than I do. However, that's something that I agree that person should have been found sooner. You know, their face out there, like, who are you? Show up, get here now, and answer some questions, because we need to know what you saw.
Yeah. If you're innocent, they don't want you for anything but they just want to know what you were doing. What question?
Yeah. And
if you're innocent, you have nothing to worry about. You know, you make suspicion very high when you will not come forward when you've been asked for this.
Walking my dog by the splash pad that day, I would have already, you know, been shown, like, hi, guess what? I was walking my dog at 6:30 and I saw nothing. You know, you would have come forward already, because this child is out there. They just said that, outlined all the dog teams, the search and rescue that has taken place, everything that was drained. We've watched Brandi talk about how she sat there basically in the fetal position watching them drain that canal.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that.
Yes.
She's a warrior.
I just can't see.
There was like those over 70 search and rescue fire trucks, vehicles on the other side, and they were starting to drain the canal, and she said she just hit the ground and held her knees to her chest and just started rocking herself because she was waiting for them to pull her baby up out of that canal.
I can't imagine that. I just can't.
That's the other side of why they didn't. So I'm going to take the other approach to that. They didn't release that photo, is because when you're in an investigation and you have a person that hasn't come up and hasn't come forward and has the kid, you don't want them to hurt the kid. So that would be why they held that photo as long as they could. Yes, I agree that it should have been put out earlier, but at the same time, for the protection of the child, that if that is the person or was the person, that you don't want them harming the child, so you want to try to find them before they know that you're looking for them.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. They don't they do hold things back for a reason. I know we all really want instant and answers because this is heartbreaking, but in a good investigation, they keep their stuff close to their chest. I cannot ever say this enough. If you're not hearing something, but you know the case is going on, leave it to the LE. They know what they're doing. They're professionals. They are working, and they hold that information for very good reasons. Just like Level said, if you would have put that out, how did they know? That person might not say, oh my God, they're catching me. They're going to catch me. I got to do something. You have to be calculated they have to be in what they put out to the public, because obviously we've seen what the public can do to cases, what they still do, even when they have the facts. So can you imagine that with the predator? No, I wouldn't want that predator to know what I was doing. And I'm glad that they keep that important information.
Well, also, the other thing that you've got to keep in mind is, let's say that they do have a person of interest in the case, or that this guy is a person of interest. You're not going to want to make that blast out to the public, because if he does have Michael, then, and they know that he's a person, or he sees that he's a person of interest, he's going to go on the run. It's not necessarily that he might hurt Michael, which is always a possibility and something that we don't want to happen. But there's a possibility that if he's still in that area, he could take off to Mexico or who knows where.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's
He's
what
done
a
an
lot of people
amazing
don't
job.
understand. They just don't understand that, because they want information. And them are the people that, because they don't have no content, and that's what they've been doing, that's when they start coming up with all this week-long things of misinformation and putting out short videos of questioning the family. I can't handle that. You people need to grab your compass, moral compass, wherever you lost it. And if you're coming into the community and want to do good, you don't do that. You just don't.
Unethical. It's not.
I am a person that believes in innocence until proven 100% guilty. And I will never, ever create any harm to a family that's already got the most painful thing going on in their life. Can you even imagine? I always say, wear one of their shoes for one day. See how long you last.
They wouldn't. They would wilt away. They would not eat. They would not sleep. They would lose, all their excess weight and then some. People would accuse them of being crackheads. People would stalk them and show up to their town and come to their,
What's the matter with you people that do that?
Yeah.
You're a whole new criminal case yourself.
Yeah.
Some of them should be ashamed of the way they act and the way they treat these families.
Well, and a lot of this is the point I was trying to make with my community post the other day, where I said, just because you have a tidbit of information that hasn't been made public as a creator doesn't mean that you should put it out there. I knew a week ago that Timmy D's dad had been asked for Timmy's dental records, but I didn't put that out there because I didn't want to hurt the integrity of the case.
Right. And like I said the other day, if we as creators that actually care was to take our vaults that we have and open our vaults, we'd all have play buttons by now, but not for the right reasons. And we would drag families through the mud and kill the integrity of these cases. It would just mutilate them.
Right. I'm here for truth. And you don't do criminal acts for truth. Okay. Truth doesn't need to be twisted. Okay. It's there. You don't need to do a criminal act to try to find truth and justice. That's just ridiculous.
And chasing people down, and it's just sick. It's absolutely sick. There's a difference in being boots on the ground and helping and chasing a family down for clicks and views.
I've been boots on the ground. I just got back from being boots on the ground, and I did nothing but peaceful protesting. I would never want to put out some, hateful thing when I'm trying to help somebody. That just doesn't even make sense.
No, it's disturbing, some of the stuff that I've seen and witnessed. Definitely acts by some of the lowest of humanity out there. And when people are boots on the ground to go help in searches, to go help put posters up, to go, knock on doors and say, hey, have you heard of this person? You live within a mile of this abduction, putting this stuff out on social media. All of that is wonderful and welcome and what should happen. But when you take it upon yourself to go to the workplace of the person and talk to the employees, or go visit the scenes of the crime and walk around the neighborhood and go look at the family's house and go to the splash pad and go to the former places of employment, you're not an investigator. That's stalking.
Right. You're not a professional. Exactly.
It's
None of us here are. I at least I can speak for myself. I'm a regular individual. I'm a grandmother, a mother of children, and I do this for help, awareness, facts. I will never. I mean, I look. They play that video. I'm a wreck. I'm crying. It emotionally hurts me to see a creator bringing a family down.
That the whole entire community is traumatized.
Yes.
And you are a stranger that is into a traumatized community that has a missing child, and you're just walking around, I'm just here getting pizza. No, you're furthering the trauma. You're freaking people out. It's not okay.
And you're taking up law enforcement's time with your bull
Oh
crap.
my God. Yeah. Taking up resources, a small community with, look at how much resources they had to get behind them because it's
I want to address Truth Seeker. No one is saying that if we knew something that would implicate the family that we wouldn't put it out, but we would damn sure make sure it is 100% factual before we put it out there. But what I'm saying is if you know something about a case that has not been made public in any way, shape, or form, it hurts the integrity of that investigation by putting that out on blast. You've got to think about the integrity of these cases, because if you know something and you put that out on blast, and then the suspect takes off with this child to Mexico or Tijuana or wherever the fuck they take off to, then how is that going to help the child?
Or worse yet, they harm the child.
Implicating the parents. I had information implicating the parents. If anyone did, that information should go to law enforcement. Period.
Yep.
And if you're so, arrogant and egotistical that you're out there saying Chief Huff and Fruitland are crap and you don't trust them, fine. There's hundreds of different offices across the country for the FBI that you could walk into and say, hey, I've got evidence in this case and I want to help bring this child home, and you turn it over. You don't go make a video about it and put it out on social media, because that affects this child coming home.
Another thing is, no, we're not protecting a guilty family. So you can get that out of your heads too. If we knew anything, and I'm just saying this, if I knew something that was, against the family and it was a factual thing, I would go to law enforcement with it. I wouldn't be out here pointing my fingers with no evidence of that at all. And that is what people think. We are protecting a guilty family. No, we're not.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm for truth, complete facts and truth. Okay. And I have no facts, no proof that this family did nothing but be transparent, be there for every single thing, and helping others. So if you can't deal with that, then you have big issues. Okay. I'm not protecting a guilty nobody. Okay.
And just to put my 2 cents in, as far as what I meant by my statement is, I work in the background with a lot of families, and I have information that law enforcement has, but has not been released to the public. And I've been asked to hold on to that information until the family member gets ready to release it to the public. So that's what I meant by my statement, is the information and the families that trust us as creators or as humans, or however you want to look at us, they trust us with those information because they know that I'm not going to run out there and be like, oh, let me hurry up and do a video and put all this out there.
sensationalize it like Jerry Springer.
If it's credible, it don't go on YouTube. It goes to the left.
Exactly. I mean, and I get a lot of information from these families that's told to me in confidence. And there's been times that when I go to put a video together, I send it to them before I release it. And I'll say, look, is there anything here that you don't want released to the public that is held to the vest by law enforcement? Because I don't want to hurt the integrity of a case at all. So, there's that. We're not protecting anyone. Believe me, if I had evidence that Brandi hurt Michael or Tyler hurt Michael and they knew where he was in any way, I would be on that call to Fruitland police, turning them in ASAP. But there's just nothing out there. There's nothing to call in.
And because there isn't, they don't want to wait for facts like we do and wait for a press conference. They make shit up and it hurts a case.
Yep. And then the rest of us sit here and wait and wait for the
I cannot
press conference.
stress it enough. You're hurting a case. You're hurting an
Well,
ongoing
and not only
investigation.
that, if when they find a person and and are charged with something, all of these theories and all this stuff out there is for the defense to use to create reasonable doubt and
Exactly.
off.
Yep.
And this is an open case. You can't jeopardize the child's life and safety
or justice.
You are, as well as jeopardize the process of justice that is established here.
That's why when I cover a case, what I put out either comes directly from a reputable news source or directly from the law enforcement agency's page, but I don't put out any type of wild speculation. Why do you think I don't cover Summer Wells at all? Because there's been not anything new come forward since the little girl went missing.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's sad. It is so sad what has happened to her case, and I hope I hope someone finds something.
They have damaged that case so badly that if they do, justice for Summer might never happen.
Right.
And that is the truth, because they have released things. Yeah. They have taken up so much time from law enforcement with their fake tips and their, having the drunken family on. I'm sorry that family's dysfunctional. Okay. But that, what good are,
but the little girl deserves better. Like she didn't,
yes.
chose to be born into our family, and and she and her siblings, the children deserve better, and it's usually often a cycle that's just handed down, and they don't deserve to be put in the spotlight and mocked in the ways that they are either.
And look at what damage is out there for them children to look at. Like we heard Brandi talking about her daughter who was so affected by some of the bull crap that people are putting out. They don't even think of that. Don't you realize these are real people, real pain, real struggle? I mean, put yourself there for a second, just 1 second. If you have any moral compass at all, you'll stop this bullshit and you'll take that crap down.
And it's like if they just one time, hear one of these mothers on your phone, hear their voice, listen to one of these mothers, it will change your look on these cases. It will change your heart. I was on my way home on Kyle Mormon's case. I was literally driving back from Tallahassee, which is a 4-hour drive, on the phone with her. By the time I got home, I get home, log into my laptop, make the poster. Within 5 minutes, I get the notification that they were found, and it wasn't good.
Right.
I was heartbroken. Heartbroken. And then I don't get to send the poster that I worked diligently for 15 minutes on to the mom in happiness. No, I get to send, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you ever hear one of these moms in your ear, you will understand the pain that these women go through.
I don't know what it's like to have a child go missing, but I do know from a family member was missing for 12 years. So I can't imagine that pain. I know what I went through every day for 12 years. Okay. So I cannot imagine what a mother goes through. So maybe it's different for me. I've felt some kind of pain, but a lot of you have never felt that, but you still put out the facts,
Well, and even if you haven't directly felt it, just the ability to, you know, to be human and empathize with another human's experience is definitely lacking. Hey, I want to share something. So Alex Dugan at KTVB just texted me. You know, she caught Chief Huff afterwards and asked him if the case has been, this is what she said, and reading it directly, I made sure to ask if their case has been convoluted with people harassing them and others and contacting them, and they said yes. So they confirmed that this case has been affected by all of this crap.
Yeah.
Harassment.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. And you creators, and you know who you are with your false accusations and your harming with misinformation. You need to take your shit down and stop.
They do. And if they don't, YouTube needs to be held accountable because they're profiting off of it also.
And they're being watched. They're also being watched because, let me tell you, you can be charged with interference of an investigation, with misinformation. It is not cool. And you can
Everyone
be
that put out
charged.
recordings of the fam of Brandi talking about the Honda Pilot should be, in my opinion, charged with that. That should have never been released. They affected the case. They should not have, you know, put that out. That was not supposed to be public. Law enforcement had to come out afterwards and say, no, this is misinformation. We're still seeking more information on this vehicle. It has not been cleared.
Right. And you know, just even the personal phone calls with people that are twisted and what's the content behind it, right? You know, they just want to put out something that's, oh, it's going to make them look bad. Oh, it makes suspicion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about a particular creator, and they know who they are. Okay. But that half information really does a lot of harm. So why don't you put all the content behind that stuff so people will not assume the worst, which you wanted them to, because you want drama, you want clicks, and you want money. Sorry, you're wrong.
And what kills me is they start out in the beginning and they say, oh, I'm here for the kids, I'm here for this, I'm here for that. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, you find yourself going and hitting that red button the opposite way.
Right.
I get a kick out of it. They sit there in the beginning of their video and say facts, and then they leave it to making you speculate on everything to do with the whole case by the time that they're done. And it's a 5 to 7 minute video every single time, and are just play bits and pieces of different things that it's just not right. And you need to stick to the facts.
Yeah, or a week long. Let's do this. It's all facts. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Facts wouldn't take a week, okay, to do. It does what this just did right here. Okay. We are talking about our feelings towards this, but that press conference, that's facts. That took how long, Level? Did that facts take? That's about how long your video should be, people.
Yeah.
I mean, and quite honestly, I mean, anyone can do what these nefarious creators are doing by taking those calls and slicing and dicing them. I mean, we could take the press conference and slice and dice it and manipulate their words to where they said the family had been cleared 100%, but we're not going to do that. I mean, I'm just saying, any video, any audio can be manipulated, and that's what's happening. Is they're taking phone calls, they're taking tidbits out of them, splicing it together to fit their own narrative, and
Guaranteed they're going to do that. Rick. They're going to do that with this, guaranteed, because that's the type of creator they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's sad. Well, guys, I appreciate Level. Thank you for inviting me on panel, Miss Lana. It is an honor to be on panel with you. Checking Arctic, all you guys, love you. I got to get back.
Love you too, dear. Thank you for all
Friday, last day of training, so mush brain today.
You know, I got to get going here soon too. It was good to be on panel with you and appreciate your input.
Thank you so much.
Your support and helping get Michael's face out there.
Well, we really appreciate everything you're doing for Michael, Lana, and like I said, you're truly an asset to this family, and you're very much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No, you guys too. I mean, all the feels, all the love. I definitely have, you know, what started out as just, you know, a community member trying to step up and help, you know, share a story, I feel, you know, more connected and call this family friends. And I love these kids, you know, so much, and watching what they're going through, and the struggle that they're having with this every day. Kira's such a, I mean, mature and grown young woman, and really has really matured through this. And she's now wanting to advocate for her brother in a bigger way, and be part of it more, you know, to feel like she's helping. It's really inspiring to see them channel that in a positive way. And I think that is because of the what they see their parents doing, you know, the example their parents are leading through this trauma, to, you know, push through with Michael at the forefront, because he's still out there. So we can't stop, because he's still out there. And that little face right there on screen, he deserves better than all that crap. He deserves better from the adults around him, in the community, near and far.
Right.
Everyone that's speaking up for Michael, he deserves to come home. And then we can ask all the questions in the world that we want, you know?
Yeah. I agree 100% with you. 100%. And that's a good thing. She might, you know, it might help her, you know, mental state, helping that way, feeling like she's doing something, you know, that's good. That's a good thing.
It does, because, you know, like she said, and she was on a channel recently, and she, you know, was speaking from the heart, you know, and said she got home that day and took a nap and woke up and the world changed. And I think these, you know, these little kids and their little hearts, you know, at 15 and 12, carry so much guilt, because they feel like, you know, they could have done something. They could have, you know, been there in some way for Michael that they weren't, so he would have not gone looking for friends to play with, you know. And that is such a huge burden for these little kids to bear, you know.
And I'm betting that those neighbors whose doors Michael knocked on looking for friends to play with are really kicking themselves in the ass for not having walked Michael home.
Exactly. And that's why, you know, early on when I was first came into moderating the Facebook community group, a community member, somebody put together like an Excel spreadsheet of the timeline of that day. And then the admin in the group told our moderated group that that was pulled, and because law enforcement reached out and was like, hey, because that information was being used by people online to contact these neighbors to confirm what they saw. And it was just reliving that day for them over and over, and they owe people nothing. They have answered the questions to law enforcement. They are supporting, you know, the family. They were involved. They've done what they need to do. They don't have to answer questions to YouTube creators, and you don't have the right to call them to talk about it.
Exactly.
Because it is traumatizing for them as well, and they do feel it.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I am sure they do. These people are living. This is a real thing, people. You just can't go out there and just spit out whatever you want to. Come on. I mean, this is real. Think of that. Think of that if it was you. 1 second.
I can't even begin to imagine. What I will say, though, is this should be a lesson going forward. Guys, if someone knocks on your door, a little child, 6 years old, don't just send them home. Walk him home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to have something like this happen.
Knock on the door, you know, ring the doorbell, make connection with an adult, you know, in that home. Or, you know, older teenager that might be babysitting a younger sibling or something. But maybe
Exactly.
don't, you know, and that is a lesson for everyone. Yes.
Well, I have a good example of a young boy that went missing out of Tennessee. He was just recovered yesterday. I had called the detectives. He was taken by his biological mother, which was not his guardian. They had fled from Tennessee to Chicago, and I knew this information the whole time. I spoke with a detective in the case, and they were on to them here in Chicago, and they were bouncing around, and they actually caught him yesterday, thankfully, and the young boy is good, but that's as easy as it is, and I could have put out all that information, but I didn't, because they were on to them. They were bouncing around using different Facebook profiles and using different stuff, and they were trying to catch up to them. And that's a prime example of why it's not necessarily smart to put everything out that you know.
Exactly.
Yes. Wow. That's an amazing story.
Yeah, if law enforcement doesn't know about it, you find out about it, you tell law enforcement, let them put it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just like Chief Huff said, he was like, you know, there's no tip that's seemingly too small, or however he worded it. I'd have to go back and listen again, but he was like, all the information needs to come to them. So those agencies standing with him, so they, the professionals, can review this information and determine its merit.
Exactly. No, we are not law enforcement. We're here for awareness. If you can't do that correctly and morally correctly, then just don't do it at all. Just stop. Go somewhere else. Do something else.
Well, I mean, Arctic covered 16 missing people's cases yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I covered one. I have a video stream of another 14 that go across at the beginning of my lives. There is so many missing people out there that
There is. I love that format, by the way, Levelheader, because sometimes I'll just be sitting here at my desk doing, you know, like my database entry or going through emails, and I'm just listening to it. And there's been some that, you know, I'm down here working in California. That's no secret. Some that have been in the area. You know, I could see those faces. I could see those girls while I'm out and about. So it is so helpful what you guys are doing on your channels by sharing these faces.
well, that's what it's about, because people see an image, or they hear a name, or all it takes is that 1 second to get a flash of an image, and then you know where you got the image from, so you can go back and look. But if you saw that image out in public, it's I've seen that face before someplace, and then you go start digging and figuring out where you've seen it, and that's all that it takes. So our approach is, the more faces and the more pictures of the person, eye-catching pictures. That's why we love Sunshine. She does eye-catching posters that it'll sink into anybody's brain. It'll be in the back, but it puts the face out there.
Exactly.
And it's important. So, and if you think covering one case is doing justice, there's so many more missing people out there. Even if you just take time at the beginning of your lives, if you're covering one case and you're following it to the end, at the beginning of the live, just take one poster. Ask me for them. I have them.
Yeah.
I'll share them. They're on my community wall.
So Truth Seeker was asking a couple of questions. Why do you guys think they didn't take this opportunity to announce that the family has been cleared? Why would they not do that for them?
I can tell you why. Because the family's side by side with them week in and week out. And I know that from firsthand source, that they're there week in and week out with them.
And I think they're
100%.
standing by them. Says it.
Well,
Doesn't it?
yeah, I think it's also, you know, standing aside from it is really, it's just something that law enforcement can't do until Michael is found. Like, nobody really can be
Right.
until the child is found.
I know people hang on to that, you know, but they can't. They can't really clear anybody. And even,
I mean,
doesn't the family just standing there mean something to you people?
Yeah.
I mean, that speaks loud, if you ask me. You don't have to say words, but actions really speak very loud.
It does. It does. And that's why, you know, it's good to look at what law enforcement has says, which really has, you know, it's not been much, right? There haven't been too many conferences, but they have given a little more information as they could, when they could, along the way. Oh, somebody's knocking on my door. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so I know firsthand experience. The family works with law enforcement day in and day out. And these people that think that they don't, whether they clear them, whether they don't clear them, I can pick apart this interview that this guy did. He said for a fact that they have their electronic devices. They've been cloned. They've been monitored. They're still being monitored. They've dissect every inch of these parents' life, including their children. And that should be enough for you to say that if there was something wrong, it would have already been taken care of. And so all you channels out there that are going after them, you need to stop. You need to do what this family's asking and get the picture of him out there.
Yeah, and Bling brings up a very good thing. How many times have you ever heard law enforcement say the family is cleared? I've never in a case until it's solved have I ever heard any of that. So you guys are pulling out dreams.
Well, like he said, the one guy, they cleared him from the location or whatever, the one guy that was there that was on video. But that doesn't mean that they're not still looking into him. They just cleared him from the situation of being there. Like, they don't come out and say specifically, oh, this guy is 100% cleared. We're not coming back to look at him ever again. No, that's not the case. They don't name names. So when you're in an investigation in a style like this, that everything has to be opened up onto the table. And as far as I go, they're not listing names of people and saying, hey, John B. Smith, he's cleared. Level-headed, he's clear. Arctic Fox, he's cleared. Checking, she's cleared. Lana, she's cleared. They're not doing that. So what they don't just put out the names and say, oh, this person's cleared. They're not going to do that. You won't see a press release of any of that. And that's just how they operate in an investigation. Sorry, Lana, go ahead.
I didn't know that. Lori Davis in chat just shared they never cleared the Walsh family during that investigation with Adam Walsh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That caused them a lot of hate, and it just wasn't as much because social media wasn't around. Yes, because social media clearly has changed everything. That's a whole nother discussion. But
yeah, I remember. Well, I remember that when Adam Walsh went missing, because it was under his mother's watch, they really tried to go after that mom. Especially, they're doing the same thing that they're doing to Tyler, because Mrs. Walsh never gave any press conferences. She never spoke on behalf of Adam or anything like that. It was always John. And so they went after her, saying that she had something to do with Adam's disappearance.
Ah, okay. See, I remember watching like the movie like forever ago, and I can see that scene of the actress in my mind, like running through the store, freaking out, unable to find him, and I saw some interviews later on, so I know how terrifying that was for her, and totally could understand why she wouldn't want to be in front of the camera,
Exactly.
discussing that. It's difficult, and you have to go through it, with investigators, because you have to answer the hard questions to law enforcement, so that way they can go out and find the person that has your baby, so she'd already done that, and then to talk to cameras, I couldn't imagine. But thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know that, and I do see other people making lots of comments about how they don't normally clear parents in missing children's cases, and until the kids are found, and how often are they ever cleared? I don't know. Those might be some good statistics to look up, though, and see.
Well, I think it'll be like so I did do a little thing on reward money. This was a while ago when there was funds being raised for reward funds and stuff, and how I was researching and trying to find out the statistics, and it's I couldn't find them. So I couldn't find how many.
I just shared statistics on the reward fund. I actually just shared some stuff from NPR, which is a pretty good source, I think. I haven't looked much more into it, but NPR is saying like reward funds work in criminal cases less than 2% of the time. So it's not, they're not high, it's not high to work, because what you're doing is you're asking a human being to overcome their psychology, which is usually fear and apathy, whatever's tying them to not come forward and tell the truth. They're usually scared, and money doesn't usually motivate that. And so there's a lot more research out there on reward funds not actually really working than I realized.
Yeah, reward funds they're a little bit different. I've never seen one be, distributed even.
Yeah, that's what NPR was saying, is less than 2% of the time reward funds have been claimed in criminal cases. So that's where their statistics are coming from, is, who's claiming them, if they're being, distributed, on a claim that was accurate, less than 2% of the time. So that is not a big number. So, I mean, whereas when you look at alert systems like the Amber Alert system, the look at their statistics on bringing missing kids home when they're utilized. It works. The NCMEC says all the time, sharing posters works. Sharing awareness materials works. That's what helps get tips, good, legit tips. So it's what you got to focus on, is awareness.
Absolutely. Facts, awareness, and prevention.
Oh yeah, educating. I it's a little different for me. My father was a police officer growing up, but I do recall the discussion as a young child of never approaching people in a parked car. Like, do not get close enough to a parked vehicle as a small child. Also, my dad was a lot like John Walsh, where if you are grabbed by a stranger, you fight tooth and nail. And John Walsh teaches that, to parents, that we need to teach our children danger, and you have to teach them to go willingly, because if they go willingly, they don't come home. And there's been several interviews I've seen where John Walsh has been on a stage with kids who were taught that by their parents, and someone had attempted to kidnap them, and they fought and screamed and kicked and made noise, and the predator let them go, because they want the quiet children. They don't want the loud ones. So education on how to help our children, help themselves when they're in that moment, because they are going to be alone in that moment. You're usually not going to be there. These people watch, and they make sure you're not around when they try to take your child. Madeline McCann case, the police never said the parents have been cleared. Yep, that's true. Madeline McCann, they have not ever said parents are cleared in that one either.
Oh, fuck.
All right, you guys, I gotta hop off. I got work to do today, but it's been a great pleasure being on panel with you all today, watching this. It really helped me not feel like I'm alone watching all that, because I was on pins and needles to hear what they're going to say today. And I definitely appreciate all of your support online and in fighting the negativity and the conjecture. As always, sharing Michael's face on your channels. It's so appreciated. I can't say it enough.
Well, we really appreciate you being here and everything that you've done for this family and everything you continue to do.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Look forward to your additional commentaries. I'm sure we're probably all going to review what was said today a million times over.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
All right.
That's another good point about the Madeleine McCain. Yeah, look at how long that's been going on.
True, although they've got a prime suspect in that case.
Germany. Yep. The one that they thought from a long time ago, actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, and they never cleared that family either. I don't think, I think that's an expectation that people have that just doesn't happen. Okay.
Well, I mean, like
Unless
a perfect example.
Yeah.
A perfect example is the Morgan Nick case here in Arkansas. She's been gone since, gosh, I think she disappeared either the year before or the year I graduated from high school. It's been a hard minute, but they never came out and cleared anyone in that case. Even Colleen, who has fought tooth and nail and to this day started the Morgan Nick Foundation, trying to find these missing kids and stuff. I mean, they never officially came out and cleared anyone.
Right.
And for the longest time that they wouldn't say that the dad wasn't a suspect. Now they have years and years later because they've got a suspect in the case. But it took forever for them to come out and say, no, Morgan's dad did not do this. Because everyone was throwing the dad under the bus for the longest time. So it's we see it in a lot of these cases where one of the parents is doing all of the talking and the other one is just in the background. And then automatically there's something up with that parent because they're not out there talking. Well, I'm here to tell you, like with Tyler, could you put yourself in his shoes? Imagine if you were watching your son and he came up missing under your watch. I mean, that's devastating. I mean, I can understand why he's not really wanting to be on camera. It's like Lana said. I mean, he's answered questions for law enforcement and everything, but it's so painful for him. I can't even imagine if my child went missing and I was the one watching him. And it's the same thing with, Mrs. Walsh, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to be, because they do tell you, don't, try not to show no emotion because some people are sick and they get off on that emotion. I know in court cases, if a family is, seeking justice and they're in courtroom, they tell them, the prosecuting attorney tells them, if you're going to get emotional, maybe you should leave because this person gets off on your pain.
Exactly.
It is so touchy. And so, I mean, honestly, just think of, be a human. I guess that's all I can say. Be human. Put your heart there for a minute before you type something in, because digital, fingerprints are left for other people to see, like Michael's family. Just like in Summer's case, that family can go to YouTube and hear the most disgusting things about their family, be it true or not, because some of it they put themselves there. But when you see so much transparency from a family, they're doing everything in their power and trying to help themselves and then still helping others. You don't see the good in that. You want to turn it into trash, and just for a couple dollars. So I hope that couple dollars makes you sleep easier at night for the pain that you might be causing somebody.
Oh, I agree. I mean, 100%. These channels that want to sit here and do all this bullshit, here's my challenge for you. If you're truly here for that child and you truly, truly want to help, then just stick with the facts. In fact, here you go. If it's not about the clicks and the views, if it's not about the money, take down your Patreons, take down your GoFundMes, take down your Super Chats, demonetize your channel, take down your Cash Apps and your PayPals, and cover the cases for the right reasons.
Right. Exactly. Cover them for the right reasons, or do something else. Find a different genre, fantasy world or whatever you want to call it. Hey, I'm all speculation and I'm about conspiracy and you're guilty till innocent. Why don't you make a channel about that? Then people will know to stay away from it unless they're into it.
Exactly.
But you guys are doing great things. Arctic, boy, you really put it out yesterday. And Level, thank you very much for streaming this and putting the facts out there, because there's nothing better for the community in a whole as to see facts. So I hope that a lot of people's questions might have been answered today. And I hope that the creators that are out there doing the bullshit really understand that they really are a piece of shit. Sorry to tell you. Okay. Yeah. I honestly, I get so disgusted when I click and see new facts
via bacon.
New facts, or week-long fact-filled discussion when there's so much bullshit and speculation, and I don't know where it comes from, out of the sky, a crystal ball or some bullshit, but it isn't correct. People buy into that. And I understand it's, people want to hear answers, and so they watch that thinking they're going to hear something. But then that misinformation goes directly down another line that keeps building and building. It's a telephone game. Okay. I don't play that game. I played that when I was a child. This is real life. I'm here for awareness, facts, and to help. And that's what our real crime community is all about. Okay.
Yeah,
And
because I'll tell you what,
people are coming.
you go and you watch some of these channels, and it's like sitting in my mom's beauty shop listening to all the little old ladies gossip about who's doing who and who's doing what in the neighborhood. That's what it feels like.
Yep.
And it should be all fact-based information that's being put out. I implore you, if you're going to create a channel, if you're going to go and try to cover these kids' cases, because I want more people covering these kids. The more people covering them, the better. But do it the right way. Get your information straight from law enforcement, or get your information from a reliable news source. Don't go by, oh, I heard such and such say this over on such and such's channel. And don't get a bunch of gossiping ass neighbors on your damn channel just floating whatever bullshit will float. That's not how you should be covering these kids' cases.
Right. Yep, that's right. You shouldn't. Not at all. Not one bit. You should not cover them cases. I mean, hearsay and screenshots and half-plane phone calls and all that other crap does nothing. Does nothing but give you clicks and views.
Exactly. I mean, just like all this goddamn Jody Sue whatever, and who the fuck cares? Who the fuck is she? She's a fucking neighbor that came out of nowhere, and then she starts a channel and all about her drama and this and that. And quite frankly, I'm not completely convinced that her cancer is real, to be honest with you. I think she's just trying to find pity upon anyone that'll listen to her dopehead ass.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. You're back. We could go on, me and Artie could go on back and forth about this for a really long time, because we got very strong opinions about it. I think Level feels the same way. I mean, come on, we're trying to get these people found, and bring them home, and in good situations. And if a sicko out there holding a child is watching YouTube, and why wouldn't they? They might. Everybody does. And you're saying something that either gives them leeway to do more, or you're making them scared and freaking them out, and they're going to do something that's horrible.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they do. They do. Because in so many cases where someone's abducted a child, one of the ways they get caught is the dumbass goes on Google and Googles that child's name. And I'm like, really? You're not a very smart cookie there. I mean.
Oh yeah, that I'm sure that that's why I say when I was live earlier that people were putting information in the back here and stuff. Well, the thing that they don't know is they've been watching social media like crazy on this one, and they're watching everything that's being said. They know all about all of it, and they're just sitting here watching, and they have more power to do certain things than what any of us can possibly imagine. So Sorry, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
That was good. I saw they put out an article. I don't know if you saw that. Put out an article in Austin in the
Yes.
newspaper.
Yes, I'm the one that sent it to our chat.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I don't want to say the other stuff that's in there. Not yet. Not on this one. We'll do that on another one. I don't know. I hope today there was Monkey's Face was shown on quite a few channels today. Quite a few big channels actually covered the press conference. I'm very happy. I sent out thank yous to some of the bigger channels that were showing it, and definitely. And the mods came in and reached back out to me and said because I was going over there and thanking them for playing it. So. Definitely.
Yeah, thanks for all the positivity. Okay, because that's really what we need. We got to realize that, we have to be positive, keep our hope, keep putting out facts. And thank you to everybody who does that, shares our videos and all of that. Thank you so much for that, because you're doing your part. I know they sit there and say thank you for all you're doing, but we couldn't do it if we didn't have your help too. So I want to thank everybody that shares the things, and you're doing your part, and I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times. I mean, without the people sharing everything and whatnot, all I am is a person talking to myself in front of a computer. So
Exactly. Okay, guys, my dog has to go potty, so I do have to jump off. I thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and Michael will be home.
Are we going to see a live from you this weekend?
Oh, you might. Don't put me out there like that. No, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you will. And you'll probably be a part of it. All right, guys. Thanks.
Good.
All right.
I know I got to get to covering some of these other cases and get back to helping some of these other families. I was receiving messages, and a lot of different crazy things were going on while we're alive here. So,
yes, sir.
I know Arctic is probably biting his tongue over here, itching to get off because he's got posters piling up. And be on the lookout, because I know he's going to be putting out some more missing people stuff here. So definitely be watching out for that. And I don't know. Are you going to call Sandra after this?
Say what now?
Are you going to call Sandra?
I've been communicating with her through Facebook all day. So
okay.
I told her she's doing all the right things. She needs to stay on them about doing the silver alert and getting that warrant issued. So.
Yeah, I think with the news media coverage and stuff, and him needing his meds, hopefully that's going to be enough. And we'll go from there. And hopefully, I think we're on to something here. And hopefully we can definitely go from there.
All I can say is, after all those cases that I covered in Ohio yesterday, I want to know just what the hell is going on over there.
Well, I was speaking with my friend, Krama Mama, yesterday, and there's an interstate there that leads up into the West Virginia hills, and I really want to pinpoint some of that down. So I want to bring in True Web Crime, and see if he can. He's a retired police officer that did investigations and stuff, and that's why I sent him all those posters. I want to see if he can pinpoint down what the problem is, because that's a lot of kids in a short period of time.
Yes, definitely, and a lot of them are from the Cleveland and Cincinnati areas. So,
yeah. So definitely, I haven't seen. Have you seen any updates on the Cal Mormon stuff?
I have not. I've been searching for updates. Still no autopsy results have been released or anything like that. I do know that his obituary was published, and that's the last I saw.
Okay. I saw that they were still waiting for the results to come back in.
So hopefully we'll know something soon. Something has to be up for it to take this long. If it was a simple drowning, it wouldn't take this long for the autopsy results, I don't think. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I am going to have to hop off of here because I do have some stuff I've got to work on. But I want to thank you very much, as always, for having me on panel.
Yes, indeed. No problem. No problem. And I'll be around in the background there. And I'm just going to go for a little bit more here and wrap some things up and thank some people. And then I'll be hopping off as well.
All right. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So there we have it. The press conference came out. Arctic, I will send you Graham's info for boots on the ground tomorrow. Perfect. I'll get that over to him, Sluggish Sleuth. I'll let him know. I want to thank you guys for being here. There was a lot of you here the whole time. I want to thank Lana, Sunshine for being on panel. Sluggish Sleuth, it's always a pleasure to have you on my panel. You're more than welcome any time over here. It's always nice to have new faces and new people coming in. I have been working on some other cases and some other stuff here, so I'll be putting out some more videos coming up. You should see some more today because I am going to cover some of those posters that we received from Sunshine the other day. And thank you, Checking, very much. It's always a pleasure to have you up on here. I think that it's real important after this press release to put Michael's face out there, get it spread out everywhere. If you have TikTok, if you have Facebook, if you have Twitter, the most important thing is to hit the thumbs up here, subscribe, and definitely go into the comment section. Even if you just leave a thank you, it all helps. And same thing when you're on social media platforms and you see his picture, you see his picture there, you see a creator that's doing good, definitely give him props for doing the right thing. And keep going with that as well. I'm so glad that some of these other missing people have been found. There has been several this week that have been found, whether it's been good news or bad news, at least they're brought home. And at some point here, I'm going to try to get a video together as an outro to show the ones that have been found. And so we can keep them in our prayers and hope that they can continue on in life. And the ones that don't make it all that way, they rest in peace and get the proper burial and stuff that they deserve. Yeah, I want to thank my mods. Thank you, Frosty. Thank you, Bling, for being here. It means the world to me that you guys are here all the time. And it means a lot. I couldn't do it without you guys. Yes, it is. Monkey's Justice is coming soon. And Karen Canada, thank you for being here. And thank you, Checking Convictions and Arctic Fox. And if you guys haven't subbed to Only Facts, that's a really good show. They're putting out missing people stuff. And that's a really good place to go and find information on cases and stuff. It is a happy Friday. I hope you all enjoy. It's really, really hot here. Queen Nisi, it's always a pleasure. And it's really hot here. I got some phone calls that I need to catch up on and some other information in different cases to go on to here. I want to thank everybody for being here. Please be kind to one another. And as I always say, and I forgot to do yesterday in my video yesterday, if you see something, say something. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi D. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. If you currently are not getting my notifications, please turn the bell setting to none and turn back on to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up. I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub. Yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all love, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff. Yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple or flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't